At the slightest movement, the snake would strike me. If the doctor was in the stone and flesh mode, so though he was in blood and flesh, he just stopped his breath and he was like a stone. Suppose he made a slightest movement, the snake was about to strike the doctor. It seemed as if God, I forgot there were no medicines in the room. Now he was thinking, if he will make a slightest movement, what will happen? The snake will bite it. And if the snake bites, he was thinking that there is no medicine in my room. And then he was thinking about how foolish doctor I am, how stupid doctor I am. That though I am a doctor, there is no medicine in my room, and all he was drinking. And maybe then what happened? Doctor smiled at himself feebly. Maybe this, when he smiled at himself, God appreciated that, and slowly what happened? At that moment, when the snake was looking at the doctor like this, the snake turned its head in this way. And when the snake turned its head in this way, opposite to the snake was a mirror in front of the table. So the snake could see its reflection in the mirror. So the writer doctor says that maybe that is not the only snake which has looked itself into the mirror, but this snake was admiring its beauty into the mirror, because the snake was looking at the mirror for a long time. So the doctor had thoughts that earlier when I was looking into the mirror, I was taking some many or checking the decisions like having a thin mustache, shaving every day, and always having an attractive smile on his face and all. So he is thinking that maybe the snake also wants to have a thin mustache and use eyeshadow. There is when you to decorate the eyes, there is an eyeshadow, and also he wants to add mascara to the eyelashes, which thickens the eyelashes and adds beauty to the eyelashes, and a vermilion spot means a red mark on the forehead. So this type of mark you find on the forehead of the snake. So maybe the snake is admiring its beauty into the mirror and thinking of all these things he is thinking. Come on, let's proceed. I did not know anything for certain. So the doctor did not know anything certain that what the snake was thinking. He did not know what sex was the snake. Was it male or female? The doctor did not know whether the snake was a male snake or a female snake. I will never know, for the snake unwound itself from my arm and slowly slithered into my lap. So the doctor would never know whether the snake was male or female, because slowly the snake slithered onto the lap of the doctor, and from the lap it went and sat on the table looking into the mirror and admiring its beauty. Slithered into my lap, and from there it crept onto the table and moved towards the mirror. Slowly from the forearm to lap, from lap to table, and in front of the mirror the snake was sitting. Perhaps it wanted to enjoy its reflection at closer quarters. Maybe the snake, you also go in front of the mirror closely like this and watch, no? Even the same way, the snake also went very close to the mirror, and maybe it was admiring its beauty. It was no mere image cut in granite. I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood. Suddenly. Till then he was like a stone cut in granite. What do the sculptures do? Out of a piece of a stone they craft a beautiful structure. In the same way, till now the doctor was like a stone, with no feelings or with no movement or with nothing. But now he was into like a flesh and blood, man of flesh and blood. Now the blood was flowing. He was having some movement, because now the snake crawled away from him and was sitting on the table. Still holding my breath, still the doctor was not freely breathing, still he was trying to hold his breath. I got up from the chair. I quietly went out the door into the veranda. Slowly he got up from the chair and he went out into the veranda. That is an open place with a roof over it. Open place outside the room with a roof over it. From there I leapt into the yard and ran it for as I was worth. And from there he ran till he reached one of his friend's house. Each of us heaved a sigh of relief. All of us left beadies. Somebody asked, Doctor, is your wife very fat? So this was till now, everything was a story, everything was a tale which the doctor was telling to the villagers. So he was telling about his experience with a snake one day in his room. So from there he ran and ran until he reached. So now the villagers, after listening till here, they are asking, is your wife very fat? Now somebody asked, Doctor, is your wife fat? Somebody asked. No, the doctor said, God willed otherwise. My life companion is thin and reedy person with the grit of a sprinter. Now he says that his wife is not fat but thin and reedy. Reedy means very thin and slim like a grass. So, and she is a good sprinter. Good sprinter means one who runs very fast, like PT Usha. So, she is saying that she is not fast but she is very thin and she can run fast like a sprinter. So, someone else asked, Doctor, when you ran, did the snake follow you? Then somebody listening to the story asked, when you ran out of the veranda, did the snake follow you? The doctor replied, I ran till I reached a friend's house. Immediately I smeared oil all over myself and took a bath. Then to this the doctor replied that he ran so fast that he did not even turn back and see about the snake, and he landed at his friend's house, and after going there he smeared oil all around his body. Smeared means applied oil around his body, the snake crawling over his body and all, and he had a bath. I smeared oil over myself and took a bath. I changed into fresh clothes. Then he changed his clothes and he wore fresh clothes. The next morning at about 8:30, I took my friend and one or two others to my room to move my things from there. So next morning at around 8:30 in the morning, he took his friends and went to the room to bring his belongings. But we found we had very little to carry. But what did he find? That there were very little things in the room to carry. Some thief has removed most of my things. So that night when he was not there in his room, a thief entered his room, and first of all he had very less belonging, and when the thief entered the room, whatever he could find, he took away. Removed most of my things. The room had been cleaned out, but not really. The thief had left one thing as a final insult. The room was almost clean, means the thief has taken mostly the belongings of the doctor, but only one thing was left. And let's see what was left. What was that? And one thing was left behind as a final insult. One thing was left like a insult. Then everybody asked, what was that? I asked. The doctor said, my vest, the dirty one. Vest is the upper undergarment without sleeves, which he wore, which he hung on near the mirror. Only that was left. The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water. So the doctor is telling that when he has taken all the belongings, why did he leave this dirty vest? He could have taken such a sense of cleanliness, even the thief has. Maybe he could have taken it home, washed it with soap and water, and he could have used it. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water. Did you see the snake next day, doctor? Now he is asking, did you see the snake next day? Did you find the snake the next day, doctor? The doctor laughed. I have never even seen it since. It was a snake which was taken with its own beauty. Then he said that he had never seen a snake before because that was the snake which was taken over by its own beauty. So, by this, we come to the end of the lesson, children. All of you, go again, go through the lesson, read the lesson carefully, go through the new words, find the meanings of the new words using a dictionary. If you find any difficulty, you can contact me, you can give me a message, write the question answers and meanings which are there in the textbook. And also, the grammar part, vocabulary part, I think you can do. Second part, first section of the vocabulary you can do related to the lesson. Second part is again the meanings, synonyms, that also you can do using the dictionary. Third part is the linkers, but so these linkers, using this you can do it. It is on page 10. Now, next class I will deal with phrasal verbs and pairs, past perfect and simple past tense. Okay? Or else we will deal with the next lesson. Okay. Also prepare a poster. In the textbook there is an activity, preparation of poster. Tell the names of some important events, happenings. If you want to publicize the matter, what will you do? A poster. Any event which you plan and make a poster of it. And there are some phrasal verbs also in the textbook. Nearly 10 phrasal verbs. Go through it and write in the notes. Okay, children? Phrasal verbs, meanings, question answers, and poster designing I want you all to do in the classwork books. Hope you will do it by today is Thursday, right? By Saturday you will finish, and Saturday I will take up the next part. Okay, grammar part, what did we do earlier? We have done simile and metaphor, right? And then we'll do euphemism, personification and oxymoron. Okay, in the next class, see you. Till then, happy learning. Stay home, stay safe. Bye children. See you.